Hello, my name is Nurul Izzati binti Muhammad RASID and my matrix number is 2020-957051.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Shalahuddin bin Muhammad SHAWAL and my number matrix is 2020932X65.
Hi, my name is ZULKHAIRIZ bin Muhammad HAZIZI. Number matrix is 2020999977.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nursyahril bin SAIPUDZAMAN. My matrix number is 2020-5892X7.
As we know, the number of unemployment in Malaysia became rise. This happened during the COVID-19 pandemic because our country was short of workers in the sector dependent on foreign labour. Now, we will discuss the issue of the article and explain based on our understanding.
I am discuss on topic the sectors dependent on foreign labour need to hire from overseas. It was discussed about the government that have an issue with the Malaysian Employers Federation MEF that urged government to allow the sectors to dependent on foreign labour to continue hiring workers from overseas to work in the sectors that involve 3D, which is dirty, dangerous and difficult job. For example, the issue is talk about the employment of foreigners in Malaysia. In addition, there is increasing number of foreigners in Malaysia that led to a shortage of employment opportunities in the country. Then, Malaysian employers are permitted to hire foreigners only in specific industry and only from countries that are approved by the authorities. So it can be concluded that the government still have to allow foreign labor for our country's economic recovery. As a result, the government can optimize the country's labor market, which will improve as the businesses reopen. It will also attract more foreign direct investment and large multinational to the country.
The issue of the article are about sector dependent on foreign labour needs to hire workers from overseas. Firstly, the Malaysian Employer Federation has asked the government to enable industry that rely on foreign labour to continue employing employees from other countries in order to support the country economic recovery. This is because hiring foreign workers engaging into our company who have opposing perspective because they originate from different area. Next is Dato' Dr. Syed Hussein Syed Osman, President of the Malaysia Employer Federation, forced the government not to combine local unemployment difficulty with sectoral problem, particularly those involving 3D profession, which is dirty, dangerous and difficult. For example, the employer are anxious to re-establish company traction because they are frustrated by their inability to recruit the essential staff since local continue to avoid labour conducted by foreign workers. Here we can see that many local workers are unemployed. More than 500,000 Malaysia are currently unemployed. Malaysian employers are now only authorized to hire foreign workers in specific sector as well as from countries that have been approved by the authorities. Qualified personnel from the nation are frequently in short supply in the corporate world. Every country has sector where professionals are in short supply. In this situation, a foreign worker might be a tremendous addition to the company. There are literally millions of candidates all over the world who could fill the role and provide the skill that the organization requires. Furthermore, economic recovery effort would be compromised if businesses were not given with the required people to complete the task, particularly in industry that were still relying on foreign workers. Selection of foreign workers can help to find the right person for the job. They are frequently positioned in industry where qualified individuals from our own country are in limited supply. Every country has sector where professionals are in short supply. In this instance, a foreign worker might be an invaluable addition to the company.
and I want to present about the communist argument based on the article. Article entitled Sectors Dependent on Foreign Labour Need to Hire Workers from Overseas. This article is about the Malaysian Employers Federation (MEF) urged the government to allow industries dependent on foreign labour to hire workers from overseas to boost the country's economic recovery. Despite that, the fact the number of unemployed people in Malaysia is now more than 500,000, and many employers are still reluctant to hire workers due to the country's slow economic recovery. This is despite that the fact almost half of the population is actively looking for a work. So, in my opinion, I don't agree with the government to take workers from abroad. This is because there are still many people in the country who don't have a job and are still looking for jobs to make a living. The government needs to promote the vacancies to the people of this country before taking jobs from abroad. For example, doing job posting and bidding. It is a notice on the organizational notice board or on the company intranet stating a vacancy exists. It is outlining the specification and mentioning who should be contacted by those interested in applying. Interest employees apply with the recommendation from superior. Superior will know who is applying to leave the department. Therefore, replacement need in advance, and this all will reduce the number of unemployment in our country.
Next is suggestions. Based on this issue, our suggestions are it will be okay to bring the foreigners to work in our country, but every organization and company must take the employees from other country not too much, and they also need to take the employees from our country too due to 50,000 of employment. Every organization and company may follow the procedure of recruitment and selection when they need to hire the employees from inside and outside of the country. The organization and company may conduct job analysis when they need to hire the employees. From this suggestion, they will identify the skills, knowledge, experience, and other requirements necessary to perform the job. Other than that, the organization also may do the selection process with the application forms, tests, and interview. When using the application forms, they will get short written of the education, qualifications, previous jobs. After getting the application forms, the organization can make a test to the candidates that pass in the application forms. In this session, the organization can do the performance test, aptitude test, personality test, intelligence test, and medical test. From this session, the organization will get the suitable candidate for the next session, which is interview. Interview is a one-on-one interview consisting of a conversation between a job applicant and a representative of an employer, which is conducted to assess whether the applicant should be hired or not. It consists of an interview, behavioral interview, group interview, and phone interview. From these suggestions, the organization and the company will choose the best candidate for the jobs, and it will not be wasted from just take a new employees from inside and outside of the country. In conclusion, the government may allow sectors dependent on foreign labour to continue hiring workers from overseas to drive the country's economic recovery, but they also need to think about the citizens in our country, because in this country right now, it shows that 50,000 citizens in our country does not have the job. The government also must to think about not to mix local employees and foreigner employees because of 3D, dirty, dangerous, and difficult. They can to bring the foreigners into our country, but they need to follow the steps in recruitment and selection process, which are making decision to recruit, conduct job analysis, collect information on applicants, choose most suitable applicants, offer employment, and lastly to hold induction. These steps will help the organization to hire the best employees from inside and outside of the country.
It's like a